Welcome back to part two of this amazing conversation with one of the best DOPs this side of the Sahara. He's called Ashuu Wambua. I call him Ashuu, man. And if you missed part one, you better check it out. He has an incredible story, you know, on how he got into the field and the experience he's had in different sectors of the field. And we're shooting this show from Kitale. I must insist on that, man, because I love Kitale. It's my hometown. It's our hometown with Ashuu, and we're so glad to be able to, be doing this together right here in this beautiful city. And we're privileged. We want to say a big thank you to Westside Hotel because they're the ones hosting us. They have amazing conference facilities, great accommodation. If you want some good lunch, good dinner, good meal, if you want to do an amazing swim, right in front of me here is a beautiful swimming pool. You can just come and have a good swim on an afternoon or a weekend. Yep, Westside Hotel is the place to be when you come to Kitale. Or if you're in Kitale, this is a place to come and visit. Ashuu, thanks for staying with me, man.
Sure.
This is so strange because I'm used to having Ashuu direct, this entire show. He ensures that we have an amazing quality show. But in this episode we have Frank on my camera here, and we also have Mr. Pius here, and we have Zosh on the other camera. Thank you guys for the amazing job that you're doing, man, to ensure that we have an incredible show. Without them, man, there is no show. So we're grateful. Ashuu.
Yes.
So when we took the break, you're giving us this amazing story where now you are on set with Moonbeam Production, and I think you're with director DOP Eric.
Yes.
Bishan. Yeah. Yes. And he was giving you all these amazing pieces of advice.
Yes.
I think you can pick it up from there. What are some of the amazing lessons you learned, especially working? Because just so you know, Moonbeam Productions is a company that does Vashita, Anti-Boss, and Uber. I'm sure they have incredible shows coming, Yeah. So they've had their shows on NTV, and right now mostly on Maisha Magic.
Yes, Maisha Magic.
Yeah, Maisha Magic East, and on Showmax. That's where their shows are running. So it's incredible, man. Yeah.
I used to from with the corporate and social events.
Yeah.
They were less crew. Like you have camera,
so like 4 cameramen.
Yes.
2 videographers, 2 photographers, and probably an assistant, to coordinate.
Best boy or best girl.
Yeah.
But now at Moonbeam Production, teamwork is key. You will find, like, by the time you are light in a van, you are main, but each person had
specific role.
Yes.
Yeah.
And one thing that I learned from Moonbeam Production is now the communication. DOP, assistant director, light, grip, continuity. You see, there is a communication flow that it's seamless. You can't force.
Yeah.
If you force, you'll find yourself even just going out and then the other thing I learned at Moonbeam Production is the business also idea. at times we will have chat with some of the crew, like now one of the owners, Lucy Mwangi,
Yeah.
and she will share some stories like she also started with social events,
Yeah.
weddings and Ashuu, and here she is.
Yeah.
So those are some of the like psych that you're getting, that you're heading the right way.
Yeah.
Keep pushing.
Yeah.
Go on. But also snitching, like backbiting, is also involved. Like I will, like many times, one of the crew come and tell me, I should, okay,
So and so. Yeah. No mentioning them.
no mentioning them.
Yeah.
I should, so and so. I got tired. I mean, I got tired. I was like, we are here with an equal opportunity. Like, yes,
Yeah.
you're the best in whatever you're doing,
Yeah.
and I'm best at my level with whatever I'm doing. It's just that you're on another level and I'm on another level.
Yeah.
But like, and it's not all people who are bad, and it's not because of maybe it could be some personal issues or something like that.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm a free person. I care less.
Yeah.
Like I told you, I come from Mukurukayaba in Nairobi. That's like if you compare Christ's life at birth, it's no difference. So going back is not a big deal for me. Like if you give me an opportunity with a sincere heart, I'll be mentioning you to God. But now if you're on the other side, I won't have like paint you badly or something like that, but I'll forget you like you existed not in my life. And then the other thing is like, if you want to go big, do big, regardless of whatever you have. Do big.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'd like to hear Ashuu,
Yeah.
because the reality check is this: every different organization or company has their own challenges, and there's always a lot of, especially dealing with human beings. There's always people who wish downfall for other people.
Yes.
Msi akutakia mazuri yani, na hujamkosea,
Hata mjuani ndo mmepatana tu.
mtu akupendi naturally, hakutakii mazuri, and you see you have no control over that.
Yes.
Like me najua kuna mtu, hata kuna mtu labda anaotishwa like huyu jamaa sasa hivi kitu gani anafanya.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and it's fine. I say, you know what? I've learned over time, not everyone will like you. Not everyone will also like what you're doing, and it's fine.
You just walk away peacefully.
Focus on your goal, focus on your vision, focus on your assignment. Let the naysayers, let the backbiters, let those who wish you downfall, let them be. Let them wish, let them plan. Because the other thing is that there's a God in heaven. And God in heaven sees beyond natural. He sees our hearts. He sees the motive and the intention. So if my motive is wrong towards you,
Yeah.
God sees.
True. And it's all knowing.
And He's just.
True.
So if you have bad intentions, you know, and wrong motive towards me, God is just.
True.
You know, and
Yeah.
He knows how to bring justice
But
Himself.
again, Jack.
Yeah.
From now, because the people you mentioned,
Yeah.
they are dear to me, even if I'm not dear to them.
Yeah.
But they are dear to me. Like now, you see the kind of mentorship I got from like the DOPs, or rather the crew that I've been associated with.
Yeah.
Like now, DOP Eric Nishanga,
Yeah.
there is Majale, there is now Benson Mugai.
Yeah.
The way they mentor me,
Yeah.
I ape, and I do that.
With other upcoming.
Yes.
Yeah.
Regardless of, because at times you might find like even this some of the show, you know, it's not a perfect thing. Even at whichever project, it's not perfect, and you find the small mistakes that you occur is because of learning. And because of that, I learned with those people, and even you and Kush and whoever I've been with, my father, my siblings, that take it easy, do it genuinely. Like you see, even my father tells me like, we tender mema, nenda
Nenda
zako.
zako.
And the other thing is, he tells me this in Kikamba, like, Gaya eteda siya, ula eteda siya. Like, it's God helps that person who he or she helps, like, who or she helps herself or itself. Like now, in this case, if I get negative vibe set, it's because it's external. But I'll try now to look for, like, it's like when for those people, when you go to kushiaga like mahindi, that's kuchagua. That's a process now you have to go. And I've met many people who are good and who are bad, and to me also, to some I'm good and I'm bad. And I remember there's a time you gave me an opportunity of traveling outside Kenya. My first time to travel outside Kenya, I was able to meet Daniel Burasa, Baba Nimo, and when we were some of the things he was telling me, then I was not getting, because we were on work, we were doing that documentary.
Yeah.
At the same time, because he's a lead pastor at his church, at the same time he was again coaching me or teaching me the Christ life, and I learned a lot from him through you. In that, what, like this camera that we are using, it's like a weapon to whichever, like whatever you'll be doing with it, because people identify me with camera. And again, I have this favor whereby when I'm behind camera, I get flooded by either children or people or just someone who wants to learn or something like that.
Yeah.
No, with the Christ mentality and with the many people that I've been with, I tend now to give out freely,
Yeah.
with good heart, because out of that I see my life. And like now going to Uganda and Rwanda, even if I had money, I couldn't have the experience that I had. Now if you're doing good to people, the same will return to you. If you're doing good bad to people, the same way. Like I may not like do bad thing to you, like avenge you.
Yeah.
But I mean, if I did genuinely and God knew that I did that out of goodwill,
Yeah.
surely He will have to revenge on
Yeah.
behalf of me.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. I agree, man. What's your dream? What's your dream, with this media stuff? Because I know you love it. I know you're passionate about it. Even amidst chaos and challenges, especially last year was a very challenging period for our field. There was basically no work. No events, no production jobs. Like very few.
Yes.
It was a very challenging period for a lot of people, and even still now, it's still things have not like
It's picking
picked up
up, still,
fully.
yes.
We're still not yet there. But I know you have. I know you love media production,
Yes.
and I know you have some dreams. So yeah, what's your dream? Man? Yeah.
So my number one dream has always been, it's I think Matthew 28:19 or from 18,
Yeah.
where you make disciples,
Yeah. Go ye into the world and preach and make disciples.
baptizing them in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
So with that, with the message now of now making disciples, my impact is to like now impact people's life with now my knowledge in cinema or
Yeah.
camera or whatever I know. Because I've been to interviews where when I've talked about Jesus, I've never been called back. interesting enough. When I'm told I'll explain something like then I like put Christ in me. It's like I'm always seen like you're preaching to her, you're pastoring or something like that.
Yeah.
Yet I'm expressing myself genuinely. But you see now, when I impact someone's life, I feel happy. I feel like peace. And now in terms of production, when I joined Mushuri Films Kenya, Kush, we had an agreement. Like, by the time it's 5 years, we should not be together. Not in a bad way, but because it was him and I, so it was kind of we are learning from each other. So I don't expect like after 5 years, you'll still be my employee. So with that notion, I resigned. In the process of resign, I was relying more on freelance. So my siblings were staying in Nairobi, Brian, Simiyu, Kilongi, and Zomo Michael. We like Brian came with the idea. You're good at this, or rather you know this field, and we have interest. And Zosh is doing media stuff, and I'm doing vet, but I have interest in this. Why don't we come up with something like it's a long-lasting thing? Which is Brian came up with an organization. So we started an organization called Overtea Productions.
Yeah.
Jokingly, or rather whether we were serious or not, but we came up with that. And when we were trying to explain to people like this is our company, our intention is now like film, not social media, not social events alone.
Yeah.
And mostly we want it to be like cinema, documentaries,
Oriented. Yeah.
So no one was getting it, even us. We were not getting it, and we were even doubting ourselves. But we were growing, and time was moving, time was going. Things were revealing ourselves, like now filing returns as partnership, how the nature, things like that. Then an idea came, an idea of apart from this organization, how will it be? So we decided, apart from renting an office, why don't we come up with the end goal, come up with own a building whereby we have our offices there. Like let's say in Kitale, the Ambore Plaza. Ambore Plaza is Overtea Productions building.
Yeah.
Where we have this department here, so that's one of our main end goal. In terms of now, when we want to impact people, when someone comes like now seeks an opportunity, we won't hesitate. Of course, we have to wait, but it's an avenue where it's kind of church, where, like Taylor Perry, like him is a Christian, but he runs a production company. And you even helped us with the idea because we were like doubting ourselves, and you gave us sort of a direction of like owning the stages, the studios. But as we don't know that big, like maybe our children when they come, they take it to another level. But our daily, so through that coming up with a structure whereby we office and staff and studio.
Yeah.
When someone comes, because the only thing I knew, from now, the only thing I know is now moral values and stuff. So it's like bathroom. You come dirty, you go out when you clean.
Amazing, man. And just so you know, man, Overtea Production is our partner, Bamba Studios. We have worked together now for a while, and our journey will not be cut short. We will
move on.
We will work together for quite a long time because we have our own dream. They have their own dream, but they kind of interlinked,
So the good thing why it's kind of merged is because Jackson plays key role as a producer. We call him super producer. because of with the now with production, Jack is good at the production side, even the PR, the engaging like the hired clients, and even Jack is holding us as Overtea and individually, even in pitching where he takes us to the various pitching. I'm grateful and we're always in my prayer that when Jack goes to pitch for Bamba Studios, he tries and have one of Overtea's Productions member, either Zosh, Brayo, or I, and through that, we end up being good in terms of production, like now set, and Jackton is now good at now in terms of relaying, finding the where output, like the output, and even reaching out to client or whichever organization that like the destination of the project. And I'm grateful and I'm thankful. I mean,
no, thanks for the kind words, man. And I'm also grateful. It's a great joy, a great privilege. I enjoy it and I love working. You know that very well. And yeah, I am indebted and forever grateful and thankful. No coincidence in life.
No coincidence.
And with God, no coincidence.
Remember I told you,
no coincidence.
Recently I got a revelation that before you meet physically, you've met spiritually. And the reason that revelation came when now I read the birth of Jesus and John. Like when John was
in the mother's womb.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mary went to visit Elizabeth. And John, like sort of, like they met.
There was a communication.
Yes. Then later on, John the Baptist came to baptize Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And from there now you know the story how it goes.
Yeah. I mean, God's purpose and ways of doing things. I don't know, man. You see, we can plan the future. We can have dreams. Bible says many of the plans of man, but it's the Lord's purpose that will prevail. Yeah. I'd like us to start wrapping up with a few minutes left. And what I'd like you to do is just help the viewer understand just in a nutshell, what goes on in the background in the production. Yeah? You can mention a few. For instance, you mentioned there's DOP, there's a producer, there's a director, there's continuity, there's a gaffer, there's a focus puller, there's all these things, there's a costume designer, there's a set designer, there's crazy things that happen in a serious set. So what piece of information would you like to leave the viewer with in terms of what happens in the background of a serious production?
Two things.
Yeah.
But I like the others. When you're watching movie, make sure you watch till the end. You will see names. Those names, they are like shortcut of if you want to know who's who, what role, even. And the other thing is behind the scene.
Yeah.
If you watch a movie and it interests you, go and watch behind the scene, and you'll see the flow and whatever. But now in simple term, there is executive producer.
Yeah.
Who now in Kenya we say in Isonko sort of Panadu. Like he funds the project, like the film.
Yeah.
And then the producer goes and finds but it's not like this, but there's producer, like they're now the executive producer, who might be the owner of the company too. There's director. Director now is like the president of the set. After now the producer. Now director visualizes the script. So the script is written by a scriptwriter. So after director visualizes the script, he gets down to like the DOP, he blocks, and then now DOP visualize the framing, the lighting, And then there is AD, assistant director,
Yeah.
who now helps in terms of timing.
Yeah.
We are late, we need to hurry up, we are in due time, call sheet is not done and stuff. Then, so when director blocks, DOP tells lighting, repair, grip I got it
Yeah.
from Mainman Production. They are friendly people. So grip, he breaks down them, tells them like director says, Sani will come this way, come here, they have a conversation, blah blah. So they agree on lighting, even with art, where they will place.
Yeah. All the aesthetics.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then there is
Sound.
the sound.
Yeah.
So sound guy when when like the project, like the film is running,
Yeah.
he's like also the president.
Yeah.
A slight sound that is unwanted, he will notify
Yeah.
and say hold for sound, and then it will be done.
Yeah.
After sound, there is sound mixer,
Yeah.
boom swinger.
Yeah.
And then there is, of course, I've said art. Art is the one now who they will like they will decide, or rather, from the visual of director and DOP, explaining of the DOP, they will now come up with like where to place, whether it's
How the set looks like.
how the set will look like.
Yeah.
And then there is so light and grippe, they work in hand.
Yeah.
They're like intertwined.
Yep.
And then there is continuity.
Yeah.
When film, rather film is not the whole thing is not shot on one day.
Yeah.
So when in a case we can have one msanii having an emergency, so you'll have to come another day and shoot according to availability.
Yeah.
So continuity will make sure
They look exactly the same. I watched 50 Cent posted something the other day on Instagram. There's this movie that it's gone online already.
Okay.
And he pointed out the earrings. This lady on one place
Yes.
has earrings, continues on a, she's walking.
Yes.
Within no time she has no earrings. By the time they are sitting down in the restaurant,
Okay.
she has earrings again.
Man. So those are
So that's the work of the continuity. And sure, because it means they
Yes.
shot all those three different scenes,
yes.
different times.
True.
But they forgot this part. This, when they are now walking,
Their
those
earring,
scenes,
yes.
they forgot the earrings.
So you get now, I told you, like in movie, there's no perfection.
Yeah.
And you get when someone like whoever was maybe whoever was in charge, maybe there was an intern trainee or something like that, or something just came up, because a
Yeah.
mistake has to be there. Nothing is perfect.
Yeah.
I
I think we're gonna let the viewer just, if you watch any movie,
Yes.
you will see like crazy. You'll see unit production. You'll see production manager who is in charge of the like the finances, you know, of the production, and you'll see color grading. So one who
Editor,
does color, you'll
colorist.
see editor. You'll see animation. You'll see video effects. Ah man, it's just a lot of
and
things.
maybe there's this department which is different from like I can say, which is in terms of sound, or I can say that, or editing.
Yeah.
In terms of sound, there's this key person whom rarely do anyone know him or her or them. They are called, or rather the department is called, or rather it's called Foley Master. They imitate the sound. When in a movie, those sounds are not, they are captured to aid in terms of editing.
Yeah.
So when editing is done, when the full is done, so it's taken to Foley Studios, where it will be imitated. If you see someone walking,
Yeah.
whether it's in desert or wherever, they will
Yeah.
imitate while recording, and then on editing they will
Now they
match.
will insert
Yeah.
clean sound.
That's a very interesting.
Yeah. Ngumbaro ama inaitwa nini? New Age school, man.
Or a group of schools.
Group of schools. Yeah. Ashuu, thank you so much, man.
You're most welcome.
Thanks for coming, man. We'll do this another time. Man.
Sure.
Now you see, this is the reason why you need to pay as well. So if you call us for work, if you call us to do a social gig like a wedding, if you call us to do a corporate gig, live stream or events coverage, or we do a production or a documentary, because we do all those things, you need to pay as well, because you can see there's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes. But I'm really grateful. Thank you, Ashuu, so much for enlightening us and just sharing your story. I hope next time you will come and you'll be on this side. Yeah. But thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you learned something. I hope you're encouraged. I hope you're inspired. We'll see you next time. Different place. But remember, we're shooting this at Westside Hotel in my hometown, Kitale. Our hometown, Ashuu.
Sure, our home.
Kitale.
3200.
That's right, man.
May City.
That's the PO box. So if you come to Kitale, make sure you visit Westside Hotel. Grab lunch there. If you want to swimming, they have a very nice pool. If you are planning a conference, they have amazing conference facilities. If you want to spend, they have amazing accommodation facilities. So thank you, Westside Hotel, and your entire team for having us here. We're really, really grateful. God bless you. We'll see you next time. Adios.